gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. And oh no, say it isn't so, because what killed the meme coin space, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, is about to happen again. And I mean, it's like when recently Pump Fund had this thing where I forgot what it was called. What was it called? Something with Monday. I forgot. It happened last week with Orangey, right? Like all the pump phone creators. Well, not all the pump phone creators, but I felt like it was one last liquidity pool before the bear market, you could say, officially kicks in, because we're in the bear market right now. But one last liquidity grab, and it's so fucking disgusting. So Trump is hosting another meme coin event, and I hope that there's not another meme coin being launched, because we don't know if there's going to be a meme coin being launched, but he's going to be hosting a meme coin conference. Let me share this with you guys. Later this month, which, I mean, the world's at war, all those sorts of things. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if now's the time for a meme coin conference. You know what I mean? Timing, those sorts of things. But, what's up? Who we have? Honda over on YouTube. How we doing? What's up, baby? XXI Gaming, Jay, Gennaro, Bud. What's up, Rick? G, what's up, babies? And Tony, what's up? How we doing? Yeah, it is dumb and tiring at this point, because, when he launched his first keep in mind, he did launch an NFT project, I think sometime during the last bear market. Like, that was a thing, right? But everybody was launching NFTs. He's like you could see he's like a big influencer. He was a president before that, but, he's like one of those big influencer type of guys. You know what I mean? I would say Trump I wouldn't say he's an influencer, but he was kind of like an influencer before, like, the internet, right? With what was it called? The Apprentice and stuff like that. But if you guys remember correctly, and I remember correctly, really the death of especially Solana meme coins, but the meme coin space in general, was the launch of Trump token and then the launch of Melania coin. That really sucked the liquidity. I mean, it sucked, sucked it out of the crypto space. And the thing about, Trump token, compared to like another meme coin, is you had a launch and then a dump. In my opinion, this is a clear liquidity grab, right? Making some money. And then Melania on top of it, right? They both have the same charts. They pretty much launch and then they dump. This is different from your typical meme coin chart that kind of does something like this. It does nothing for a little bit, maybe does really well for a little while, and then goes crazy, right? That's because there's no pre-sale. No one got in before. And the big thing, the issue with Solana this cycle with the meme coins is that, and we saw this, that Hayden Davis guy, right? The guy who got busted for the Yeezy token, like the same few guys are being hired or, employed, whatever, to launch these meme coins, and they're all getting in before the rest of us, but at least, with Pepe, like, you had a long chance to get in before hit all-time high. Like, these kind of meme coins were dead on arrival, right? The Trump tokens and stuff like that. And that's all celebrity tokens. At the time, I was kind of like in disbelief that the president could launch a meme coin, especially then when a bunch of people were having their X accounts hacked. And so I thought his account got hacked, and I thought it was a joke, but it wasn't a joke. And right when you saw these meme coin launch, you saw so much liquidity out of the other top Solana meme coins just go away. And that's because a lot of people were selling their, tokens, whatever they had, to buy Trump token, even though most people lost. It's crazy. Yeah, exactly, Rick Rock. It's absolutely insane. What's up, Glenn? How we doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Obviously on X, I've been posting a lot of, I'd say, anti-Trump stuff. And a lot of people are upset about that, which I think is hilarious. But the real reason, right, there's like this guy. He says, because here's the thing, right? Because, Trump wants to leave NATO, right? Which people say that NATO's been ripping us off and those sorts of things. But I think the real reason why he wants to leave NATO is, one, he wants Greenland for the resources. Obviously, it's real resource rich over there, but it belongs to Denmark. And fun fact for you guys, I am half black, half white, and the white part is from Denmark. Anyways, and also Turkey is part of NATO. And if we leave NATO, Israel can attack Turkey, because Israel, if you heard of the whole greater Israel kind of thing they got going on, they're trying to take over a big part of Middle East. They want to be the Middle East dominant superpower, pretty much, right? They want to be the big dog. That's why they're killing a bunch of people in Lebanon, killed a bunch of people in Gaza. It's actually genocide going on over there, like indiscriminate. I forget how wild things are in the Middle East. Like, it's different rules out there. Right? You could just be watching TV and a bomb come through your window. Us in like Western countries, we have it so good, it's insane. Like, we have it so good, it's insane. But obviously, I've been, pretty much anti-Trump's because what he said didn't happen, right? When people are voting for presidential candidates, they usually vote for things that apply to them. Trump ran on this anti-Epstein policy for so long. Even before he was the first president, I thought there was no chance he'd get in. He'd get into office and go to war with Iran, and not release the Epstein files, right? So that right there, you knew. And the whole crypto thing when he got in office, the whole, CZ kind of paying for his pardon kind of thing, under the table kind of thing. It seemed like, allegedly, that really turned me off. And I'm one of those people that's not going to blindly follow anyone because I'm really tuned in. I shouldn't be this tuned in and plugged in to what's going on the internet, but I just am because I feel like I got to care about that sort of stuff. When the Epstein file stuff came out and a lot of us were mad that they didn't release the actual predators raping kids. A lot of people were like, if you're worried about the Epstein files, you don't have anything else going on in your own life. Well, it's not that. It's the fact that we have some sort of law in the United States. We know that there's some things elites can get away with, but the general consensus was the one thing that no one gets away with is pedophilia. Right. And we're just letting these people go because they have money and stuff like that. That's fucked up. It's wrong. So, I'm going to turn against motherfuckers. You know what I mean? But this person's crazy, though. I love that I'm posting these anti-Trump things and these people are like, y'all, we the people will not let these brand new scum like Rodney off the hook. I bet this guy doesn't know that my first ever rally for a candidate was Bernie Sanders. Until there is apology, atonement, and accountability. So if you guys watch my show, you guys know there's a lot of accountability, right? I've been talking about how I didn't vote for him because I couldn't vote because I was in Florida, but I did vote for him when I lived in California for the Biden election. And I wasn't really too much into politics. Bernie Sanders was kind of my entryway into politics in 2016, right? But anyways, a lot of people, are saying this and think I'm grifting, even though the posts do get fantastic engagement and I'm posting a lot over there, you know what I mean? But also because I would like to spread the message of why I'm anti-Trump without alienating people. Because here's the thing. You have the right to change your opinion based on new evidence. Like some of you guys that are, especially on YouTube that are subscribed to me, you guys are like pro-Trump and you're always going to be pro-Trump. Doesn't mean we can't fuck with each other. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just funny people freaking out. No, I'm not going to chill. This enrages me and Americans are dying and suffering for it. And not just Americans. Well, this guy's kind of weird, dude. I'm looking at it. This is his video. Israel is building death camps.
To watch.
Average person on the internet. But my thing is like, you have a right to be upset, You have one white guy with a bunch of black people, Look at, hey, I lived in Portland in 2016 when Trump got elected. I'm from San Diego. I know liberals, I get it. I was born a liberal, But I'm of the camp of like, hey, man, what are your policies? What are you going to get done for me? If you get in office and you don't get those things done, Doms has just posted a wild story on my account. What's up, Dom? How we doing, baby? Dom over here shilling in the chat. Was this last week of fake? Let me see. You don't need to explain anything for anything. I know. But yeah, it's just like a lot of people think I'm grifting. You know what I mean? But no, I really feel this way. You guys know me. I'm going to be honest. Even when me and Jake were kind of like just pushing for him since he was going to be so pro crypto, like, I was honest. And I always said that if he does any fuck shit, I'm going to call him out. Also in CEO drama, CZ and the CEO, obviously former CEO of Binance, and the OKX CEO are beefing. Let's go through the timeline, shall we? So apparently, CZ wrote a book, right? And apparently the OKX CEO thinks that he's fabricating a lot about his life. And apparently there's some sort of thing in the book with OKX, and the OKX CEO doesn't like it. Right? It's not good. So he says, I guess in the book, CEO says he got a divorce. The OKX guy says, If he can produce a divorce agreement signed by both parties as of today, I will immediately issue a public apology. If he cannot, yet claims in the media and in his book that he is already divorced, then there is clear misinterpretation to the public. He's also saying, CZ always tells a story of how he bought Bitcoin with his first house, or sold his house for Bitcoin or something, which sounds like a bullshit story. I'm not going to lie. But CZ says, first of all, CZ is so gay online. I'm sorry. I typically ignore all these false claim attacks, but you can apologize now. I'm officially divorced. I won't post any legal docs online as I respect privacy of my ex-wife, and I appreciate the time we spent together. Cuck. I'm just kidding. I'm happy to bet. Okay, he goes from gay to like big balls on the table. I'm happy to take $1 billion bet or any number you choose that I'm officially divorced. Woo! Ooh, Barracuda. He said, I'll put my money where my mouth is, baby, which I thought was hilarious. Like, first of all, why are these guys beefing? While the rest of us poors see you guys, betting $1 billion. But I thought this was funny. He says, both, and this is a reply to CZ. He says, both OKX and Binance are regulated by multiple regulators. As the UBO of a regulated company, publicly offering a $1 billion bet is hardly professional conduct. I would be curious whether Binance regulators consider that acceptable. As for whether you have misled the public and lied to the world, the test is actually simple. Has your Binance stake have been legally separated with your ex-wife or not? Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos have already shown that proper asset separation looks like in the divorce. So they're going at it, I got to go full zesty when I read CZ's tweets. Because, what got me about CZ is like I remember when Aster was pumping, he would like make posts under meme coins and stuff like that. And he'd be like, oh, I didn't know my influence was so big. It's like, dude, you're the fucking CEO of Binance, dick. Of course it just seemed like he was playing so coy. It was just really corny. To me, it was just corny. He's a sellout. I wouldn't say he's look at hey, if the president of the United States is offering you a pardon, and maybe you got some money on the bank, I mean, hey, do it, so you can not have a criminal record. It's obviously pay to play, in my opinion. That's what I think. It's a big pay to play kind of situation, and I think it's obvious. I thought this was funny too, dude. Literally, this president is like just trying to make $1. So there's the White House UFC card coming up, and you see like the steak logo. I swear to God, if he launches another fucking meme coin, one, I'm probably gonna buy it, but two, I'm gonna be so mad. Dude, he's about Trump is about getting to the bag at all means necessary, by any means. Bombing brown people and getting to the bag, baby. That's what's been going on. And as you guys know, the war in the Middle East, people are saying it's gone down a little bit, but it hasn't. It's still popping. Right? It's still bad. What's up, Crypto Priest? How you doing, brother? Long time no see. Where you been, bro? What's up, Crypto Priest? But I did see on Polymarket, which, it's a paid partnership. Okay. Odds of President Trump ending all military operations against Iran this month go up to 59%. Which I thought was interesting. And someone says, imagine doing a meme conference in 2026, which I thought was hilarious. Trump is everything gangster rap talks about, bangs white women and gets paper. I know, bro. He's a mob boss, bro. We're going to wipe out your whole entire civilization. And people were like, oh, he didn't mean the whole civilization. He just meant it's like, dude, what do you think? What are we supposed to mean? What's up, Dom? Dom, is this actually you, or is this like a reply guy? It doesn't sound like Dom, But yes, I do. I have been buying some meme coins. The chat knows we have them on our watch list. So I guess this is the meme coin channel, but I like to shoot the shit with you guys. Because to be honest, the trenches are kind of cooked right now. I would say the trenches are cooked, but they're still bangers. I mean, I gave you guys a banger at 2 mil. It got to 5. It is currently at 5.1 mil, so it's looking pretty good. So when is he launching another meme coin? We don't know if he's launching one, but he's going to a meme coin conference. Seems like a weird time to be doing a meme coin conference, right? Coming from the meme coin guy that's going to cover everything about it, but seems like it's just an odd time. I don't know. I wonder what's going to happen with all those huge boxing purses for those fights over in Saudi. Yeah, one of the big issues too with the Middle East is like, one, they were kind of paying us for protection, right? And it seems like that protection we were giving them wasn't really a thing. And if we just up and leave, which is one of Iran's requirements, all those other states are going to get some get back. I'm sure Iran's going to get some get back. A lot of those other people, you know. So, yeah. I don't know. The whole Iran situation it's not good for the rest of the world. It affects everybody, you know. The whole Saudi situation, I would say, might be cooked. I'm sure not a lot of people are going to be in the Middle East are going to be happy with the UFC going there and putting on events and stuff like that. You know. Also, X announces they're suspending 208 bots per minute. So if you guys haven't noticed, there's a big purge going on X, and now it's obviously like it's impossible not to get bot accounts following you. It's just not, it's just almost impossible. Bot accounts follow you. It's part of the game, right? But especially in crypto, there's a lot of reply bots and a lot of scam bots, and a lot of people's followers are going down, including mine, but not that much. I never really botted my account, but a lot of people just do it manually or, or people just follow them, when they're part of a community and stuff like that. What do you think about that Greenland comment this minute? Dude, he's off the... Dude, he is... Look it. You can be away and not have to tell everybody your next move, like real G's move in silence. So let me show you what happened with Greenland. He said this. NATO wasn't there when we needed them, and they won't be there if we need them again. Remember, Greenland, that's big. That big, poorly run piece of ice. I know. Yeah, a 2x Tony is all you can hope for in this market right now. I'm saying, I actually got in at 300K though. I do a lot of a lot of like degenning on the back end. I just don't tell you guys about it because I get wrecked most of the time, and I want you guys to get wrecked. But that was a nice little banger. But I've been losing more than I've been winning. When you win pretty good, Let me see this post. This is pretty funny about pretty much how Trump's been lately, which I thought it was hilarious. Go check this out.
Let's try it again from the top. All right. I'm not sure why we're all still having trouble with this. Let's try it again from the top. This is a victory for the U.S. because our goal from day one was for Iran to open the strait that didn't close till after we attacked, which was completely controlled by their military we had total dominance over. And it was a waterway that we could have taken over, but instead asked for help that we didn't need, but we'll remember that our allies did not give us, all because of the negotiating power of a FIFA Peace Prize recipient's threat to annihilate a civilization in order to liberate them from a regime that changed, which was not our goal, but we will take credit for, from an old man who hates us to his younger son who hates us for those reasons and that we killed his father. And while it is not clear the status of Iran's nuclear capabilities that we obliterated last year, but we're going to be a problem in 2 weeks, one thing is for sure. They now have more money and control of the strait than they had when they made the old deal that we ended because it was terrible. Now, I think that is enough about authoritarian propagandistic regimes. Does anybody have any questions about the Trump Library golden statue?
That pretty much sums up the entire situation, right? I miss the days where, we heard a couple things from the president. You know what I mean? And we did. That's about it. And thank you so much for reposting the stream, Phil. I do appreciate that. Appreciate that. I miss the days where, maybe we didn't hear too much from the president. Those are kind of better days. So I'm going to be honest with you. Right now it just seems kind of weird. Kind of weird. Trump doesn't even honor the gold card. Ask Nikki, what's up, Brad? How we doing? Let's see how our bank. So, what we did see is that Trump has me low key missing Sleepy Joe. Yeah, somebody just shuts the fuck. I think he might just be going crazy, dude. The thing is, I think of look at. I'm not saying he's going around mass exterminating people, But when I think of Trump, I think of like Hitler. Like if you watch like a lot of World War II stuff, it's not that Germany, caught a lot of people by surprise when they started invading, neighboring countries. And hubris was their downfall. That was their downfall. And I think the issue was, having a bunch of yes men around you, like sycophants that worship you, instead of people with differing opinions. And if you think about our government, like the big thing about it is like people have differing opinions. And it seems like on this situation, like even the Democrats are just kind of like, eh. I think the Democrats are letting him do his thing so he fucks up so it makes them look good and they can win in those sorts of things. But I think it's hubris. And we've heard, we've heard like murmuring from people, you could say off the record and stuff like that from different news media outlets who were advising him against going into Iran, it's not a good idea. It's not a good, Americans don't want this war. We're tired of being in the Middle East. Americans so weak that we want a president who lets everyone, but who's bullying? Dude, we're the bullies, bro. Who's bullying us? Who's bullying the United States? Who's bullying? I know. Yeah, he was an Austrian painter, by the way. Well, he wanted to be. He got rejected from art school. Now, their downfall is not having any energy. They ran out of oil and made bad decisions in trying to take the Balkans. Well, what I mean by that, Glenn, is their downfall is the top generals who thought having a war on two fronts, which is part of the whole Russia situation, right? Because Operation Barbarossa is when Nazi Germany invaded the Soviet Union after they agreed to, they had the Warsaw Pact where they agreed to split Poland to be allies. The Soviet Union only became an ally with the Allies after Germany invaded them. So now they are fighting, when it gets later into the war, they're fighting a war on two fronts. That's what I mean by him having yes men around him, because they were advising against that. And you could say that if they went straight to Moscow, or the Balkans, they would have done better. But I mean, the Red Army came with a vengeance, So my thing is like, yeah, that is part of it, fighting a war on two fronts. But also, no one standing up saying, I think that's a bad idea. Mein Führer. That's a bad idea. How about we not fight the Russians and the Allies? We're stretched thin, my guy. Hubris. And I think Trump thought he could go into, since we went into Venezuela and swooped up their leader, he thought he could go in Iran and destroy a regime and stuff, and it'd be all easy peasy. The truth is, Iran's not a threat to us. They're chanting death to him. They're across the, dude, North Korea literally teaches, they hate us more than fucking Iran, but we're not doing anything with North Korea. Why? Because they got nukes, Maybe the only way you get a little respect from the United States is get some nuclear weapons. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why the USSR got steamrolled in the battle. They only had offensive. I mean, they still won. They got steamrolled at first, but like in the Soviet Union, it was like, hey, either you fight or you die. So, I mean, the Germans were brutal. The Middle East has hated the USA for it. I wonder why the Middle East hates Westerners. Maybe it's because we go in there, overthrow their governments, kill their leaders, overthrow them. We don't like them. Maybe it's because we've been, what I mean? Hey, imagine you live in a country where people come in every, 10, 20 years, overthrow your government, put a new guy in, and he's crazy as fuck. But he sells, oil to the Americans at a cheaper price. You feel a certain way too. Oh yeah, I know. No awareness. Yeah. Thanks, Rodney. Much love, brother. Like your frank opinion and fearless approach. Very few out there. Keep it the great. Thanks for the fucking love. I appreciate you, AB. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just like, we don't have to worry about that sort of thing. Hormuz is the only meme coin, guys. Check it out. Dude, shout out to the Strait of Hormuz. I'm glad there's still shit coins being created. But, say what you want about this. It's actually ripping. I mean, oh, come on. Come on, my crypto space UK. Come on, man. Come on, brother. Say what you want about this whole Trump meme coin thing. At least it's going to be something exciting for the meme coin space. Bro, the Middle East has hated everyone since day. That's not true. Glenn, that's not true. The Middle East has not hated everyone for the entire history. It's way more complicated than that. Way more complicated than that. And you have to understand, a lot of the history we read about other peoples are by the people that didn't really like them. Like, especially like all the Greek history. Like, it's always when you read stories about their enemies, keep in mind you're getting that story, that perspective from the enemy. You can't say just because someone wants to come and overthrow your government, grow up and grow up and get better or become part of history. You can't say just because someone wants to come. It is. It started in the 70s. We had a guy that wasn't cooperating with, Britain and the United States with the whole oil situation because they're resource rich over there. We put the guy called the Shah in charge, who was friendly to Western countries, but he was a super crazy dictator, killed a lot of people. And then the whole Ayatollah got, they got rid of that guy. He's exiled, right? I think he went to the United States for surgery. And then the Ayatollah came in, and then they have their own kind of government that's more conservative. Look, if their country they want to wear shit on their heads, and stuff like that, fine. You know what? One of the things that Osama, and I'm not defending Osama bin Laden, he's a piece of shit, right? They orchestrated a plan allegedly, to drive a plane and kill, the United States. Yeah, obviously they attacked a bunch of U.S. important buildings, right? World Trade Center, fucking Pentagon, stuff like that. But one of the reasons he gave was the fact that we're always over there meddling in the Middle East and supporting Israel. It's important to understand that kind of stuff, I just can't imagine a bunch of brown people that don't think the way we do are bad people. They don't believe in the things we believe in. And here's the thing: everybody's so pissed off about refugees and especially in Europe about all these refugees invading. You know why these refugees are invading their countries? Because we're blowing it up and they have to leave somewhere. We're blowing it up, and these motherfuckers are leaving. So how about we not destabilize governments and let's let them fucking do whatever they want because we want their resources. That's what you got to do. Keep in mind, the United States is really, really a resource rich, but we don't want to use our resources. But like I said, the meme coin situation, we'll get back to memes. The whole meme coin situation, at least it's something exciting for the crypto space because god damn, it's been so boring, First Lady Melania Trump sent to make major announcement. Here's the poly market betting odds. Peace, 33%. Wait, what am I saying? Russia, Ukraine, 5+. Oh my God. There's betting. Dude, that they can look at this and place the bets themselves. This is crazy, bro. So the refugees in Britain just up and left the women and children behind. Not all the dudes. What I'm saying is you can't, in my opinion, borders are there for a reason. You can't be mixing niggas together. We don't see the world the same way, Oh yeah, the Hebrews weren't slaves. I don't know what that is. Assyrians were just smoking the peace pipe. The Canaanites were practicing human sacrifice. Everybody's killing each other. Literally, the history of the world is people enslaving each other and killing each other. Raping and pillaging. That's the history. Still going on now, not in Western cultures a lot, but really now, till now. That's literally the history of the world. Like what a lot of black people say, oh, we're slaves. Like, yeah, most people were slaves for most of history. Not most people, but a lot of people were slaves, You know what I'm saying? It's like that's literally everybody. We are fighting war for other Middle East countries. We are fighting war for other Middle East countries who have hated Iran, Israel being the catalyst. Yeah, it's obviously for Israel. It's obviously for Israel. They have nukes. Why do they get to have nukes? They might use them. Then we gotta jump. Then we really gotta jump in. Do we support them? It's crazy. Malay is also part of the Israelites. Yeah, but the whole, history of the world is literally killing and conquering. And that's just part of human nature, bro. It's close back as see, Osama is no different than any other power grifter. He used that as an excuse to take power. That is all. He would have found something else to complain about. And I think wasn't Osama like a little rich kid? The thing is, like, when you fuck with people so much, remember when the Soviets invaded Afghanistan in the 80s or the late 70s, 80s. It was a 10-year deal, right? We gave them weapons. We armed them, right? We're always meddling in some shit. I mean, think of how many interventions we had with South American countries. So many, bro. Recently, we just had one a couple months ago. It's like we're always getting involved. The CIA is always doing some shit to try to destabilize. Because when you destabilize a government, at least it's chaotic, but at least it's not organized. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, okay, that's just the way life is. I'm just pointing out and explaining why someone would be upset with the United States. That's why they would. But that's just the history of the world. That's what we do, That's why someone would hate the United States and would chant death to America. Because maybe we went in there and killed the guy that was democratically elected and put some other guy in there, because we didn't like him, because he wouldn't sell oil to us, that kind of thing, Maybe. Just saying. Or say, the United States is doing a bombing run to kill the Taliban, but kills the Taliban guy, but kills 10 other people who had nothing to do with it. Maybe them and their extended family are probably going to be mad at America forever. What if your little cousin got blown up from a bomb? You know what I mean? Yeah, the Mexican president is too. I did see that, yeah. How did she become president? That's crazy. Her last name is Steinbaum or some shit like that, right? I noticed that too. It didn't really click. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I've done a lot of Mexicans in my life, and none of them had the last name Steinbaum. Or is it Steinbaum? President Steinbaum? Heinbaum? Yeah, if they don't sell us oil, we'll just come and take it for sure. It's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I understand why people would be upset with us. Upsetty spaghetti, This is pretty funny. The Department of Justice opens an investigation to the NFL, and I think, bloodiest campaign the Mexican presidential. Wait, really? Coincidence? I think not. Pattern recognition. Which sucks is that a lot of Jewish people are going to get a lot of. They're going to catch a lot of strays for this whole situation. But the thing is, some of the most important people in my life, the people that have been the nicest and are my best friends, are literally Jewish. Jake, his family, Jake Aiken's Jewish. His family, they're all fantastic, pleasant people. It's the state of Israel. And keep in mind, half the public in Israel, well, not half, but a lot of people in Israel don't like what they're doing. Scheinbaum, thank you, Scheinbaum. I'm black as fuck, fool. Yeah, but the Department of Justice is literally investigating everything but the Epstein files. Yeah, but if I'm just saying, I understand why people in other countries don't like us. Remember the weapons of mass destruction thing? Well, okay, if the Taliban were responsible for 9/11, why did we ever go to Iraq? Because he was saying first of all, the Bushes always wanted to get in there and take out Saddam Hussein, right? They wanted to get in there, but they said that no, they're funding terrorism, so we have to go to Iraq also and get Saddam Hussein because they have weapons of mass destruction too. They did not. Hey, they did not. Rodman, I just got let go from my 9 to 5 after 10 years with a tech company. Oh my God. Phil, I don't know if you say you have a little bit of sense of relief. Wait, what happened? Is it the economy, performance? Are you good, bro? I'm sorry to hear that. Damn, 2 phone calls and now I'm behind in our talk. Still love the show. Dude, Glenn, we're always going to be bros. This is the thing. Bros are able to disagree and come back to the conversation. That's why I hate when people are just shitting on me, which I think it's funny. It's whatever, you know what I mean? I think it's funny when people are like, oh no, you can't come to our side now. Like, guys, that's not helping the situation. Damn, Phil, he never. Jayhawk, you're doing well. Iraq equals oils and minerals. Afghan equals weed, opium, minerals. We farm the shit. Yeah, and we're destabilizing another government that's less of a threat to Israel. It's another government. You know what I mean? What if I told you that Israel? I did see some stuff like that. So PD Pablo, we're not saying that they did it. We're saying that they knew about it and didn't say anything. Always, dude, we're cool. Just need dialogue since crypto. I know, right? We're over here talking about politics. I mean, Trump kind of squeezed his way into crypto, though. So, lucky guess. Don't listen to him, guys. Jayhawk is killing it, bro. Yeah, big ass house, nice cars, beautiful daughter. You know what I mean? Good life. 1 billion guns. He's doing okay. Apparently, huge wiener. You know what I mean? Like, it's not bad. It's not bad. I always think, like, if I was in that situation and someone's like, hey man, just fucking here's fucking $2 million, bro. Have you heard about that biometric digital ID enforcement they're doing in Mexico, supposed to control illegal activities? I would say as time goes on, well, he's the one who says it, bud. I'm not, I'm just, as time goes on, it's going to become more and more of a surveillance state, Like I said before, like with AI and stuff like that, like it's only a matter of time until they know every little single thing about you and have a perfect profile on you. They'll pull up your file, boom, click on your name, and they'll do like a 10-point PowerPoint, 10-slide PowerPoint presentation, goddamn, on who you are. Your porn history, all kinds of crazy shit. That's coming, in my opinion. And I don't know if you guys heard about this new AI called Claude Mythos that's like insanely good. And they're not even, it's so insanely good, they're not even releasing it to the public. Which I thought was crazy. It's weird to slay. I slay snow bunnies to wade in the water. Can I wade in your water? Can I wade in your... Hey, that's a jam, though. It's a short song, though. Like social credit score in China. Yeah, the social credit score in China is interesting. It's kind of like a credit check, but a little more invasive. Like if you've been arrested and stuff like that, it adds that on there, It's pretty much like a credit check, but, I'm glad I'll be dead and gone by the time. Yeah, me too. But I still want to be alive for the robots, the fucking the customizable androids, you know what I'm saying? Dude, people are fucking nothing pisses people off more than politics. US and Iran to hold peace talks Saturday. Okay, we'll see. I'd love China. What's interesting? The Chinese government isn't even that crazy on people who kind of criticize the government. There's been plenty of Chinese people I've been watching lately who kind of criticize the government, but they're okay. And I think the issue with China is, and what I've gotten is that if you start forming groups, is when they start, organizing is when they start cracking down on people. People have disappeared, like famous, popular billionaires who got too much power. Right, the guy, what was it? The TikTok CEO? Was it TikTok CEO or Temu CEO? I think it was. Let's see. What was that one? I thought there was a CEO. There was a billionaire. Let me see, billionaire. Yeah, but they don't like black people in China unless you're Kobe Bryant. Okay, here's some of the let me see. Hold on. Missing billionaire cases. China's Renaissance CEO went missing in February 2003, causing companies' share to plunge. His company later announced their corporate investigation. Okay, so Jack Ma, the Alibaba. Okay, Jack Ma. Okay, thank you. Yeah, vanished from public view for months after criticizing Chinese regulators. You know what I mean? So, but you know what? Is it really that different than? I mean, people are not getting snatched. I mean, those NASA scientists are going missing, which is crazy. You guys hear about all those scientists like that are? They knew about. Let me see. This I think it's called Breaking, right? Was it this? It was this page that I follow that was reporting on all the scientists who have been going missing from some sort of like UFO situation. Let me try to find it. Oh, here we go. Multiple scientists tied to NASA and Los Alamos found dead or missing. Nearly all of them worked together and died or vanished within the last 2 years, which I thought was interesting. A coincidence? Maybe. I just think in the United States, we have more of the illusion of power and we can organize. But even though we have the illusion of power, I still don't think any of us really have the power for change. I think the elites that run this country, it's bought and paid for a long time ago, they really run it. There's nothing we can really do about it except bitch on the internet, which is, it passes time. It passes the time, But I thought that was interesting. So these guys are just going missing, and a lot of people are like, that's a big deal. It's interesting. The 9 people go missing over the last 2 years. Like, let's look into that. But I am interested to see like how good. I think that the AI situation is like it's like exponential, right? The growth in that kind of thing. That's just a coincidence. It's a coincidence? I don't know. Breaking. It just has been revealed that the married mom who vanished last year and worked in Los Alamos and can be tied to missing U.S. scientists and military officials who access potentially sensitive information. Hey, what up, AJ? How we doing, baby? Dude, long time no see. How you doing over there in UAE? I hear people are, it's not as bad as people are saying. I know you can't say too much or they'll arrest you, but you got to fire. What's up, Brinrex? How we doing? So are pulling out of creating AI videos by the end of April. I know, bro. Those are the funniest videos. Apparently, it's really expensive to do anything AI. Missing you, G. I'm in Cali. Smart move. Missing you too, brother. Hope you're doing well. Crazy shit we're going through right now, right? Do you have any family in the UAE? Came back before it all went down? That is impeccable timing. You know what's crazy? Jake is Jewish, right? And Jake was in Israel before he left one day before the whole October 7th situation. Isn't that crazy? He left one day. That was nuts. Good timing. Exquisite. Maybe just crypto guys have fantastic timing. Lots of friends there, no family. Okay. Wouldn't want to be over there right now, but I hear from a lot of people it's not as crazy. Some people say it is crazy. It's hard to know what's real and what's kind of like propaganda and just really the fog of war. Because when we watch stuff on like Vietnam and World War II, like at the time, we didn't know really what was going on. Like a big thing with Vietnam was all the fake numbers the government was giving us, how many people we were killing. We're going to win the war, just need another year or another this and another that. We ended up losing. So when the government tells us something now, I don't really believe it. We're doing okay. Just got, same thing with Iraq and Afghanistan, just over there. Everything's all right. We're just need a couple more years, a couple more months. I just don't believe it. We won't really know what exactly went down until 10 years from now, really. I'm hearing that rescue situation with that pilot was also a botched uranium. They're trying to go in there to steal uranium or take the uranium from Iran. I heard that was like a botched mission. So who knows what's going on right now? The Iranian government's for sure lying to us. Our government's for sure lying to us. But how much did you get from Trump coin, Rodney? I got a little bit. I didn't make that much money from Trump coin, but I honestly didn't think it was real at first. We need the memes to make it come. I couldn't believe that Trump made a meme coin. And when he did, I was like, okay, well, you know what? He's pro crypto guy. He's getting into the crypto space. But when I saw the Melania token, I was like, oh, we're fucked. Now, a lot of people will say, wow, I could have seen that coming from a mile away. I will say, yeah, you probably did, but we didn't. It's funny the amount of people dunking on, people are so polarized by politics, but I always tell people, literally, it's not blue versus red. It's plebs versus the elites. It's always been the normies versus the billionaire elite class, where rules don't apply to them, where they can just, be friends with Epstein and rape kids, those sorts of things. Like they get away from those sorts of things. But, every day I see things online about some teacher getting caught for fucking kids, whatever. So it's wrong. Yes. But let's fucking apply the law to everybody. Pizza says, I have to sign off, bro. Plan a trip to Chicago. Let me know now. More than happy to host you both at my place, perhaps deep dish pizza or something special home cooked. Cheers. I appreciate you, AB. Appreciate the pizza community. Thank you so much for popping in, bro. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, it's going to be a hard sell for meme coins right now. But what's interesting about this is it is going to bring some excitement to the meme coin space. It's something to do, at least. It's something to do. But if he launches another fucking meme coin, bro, oh my God. I wonder if Trump token is running because of that. And it's not. Wait. Yeah, it's not. But I wouldn't be surprised if he launched another project. One last liquidity grab before the market actually takes a shit. That's what I think. One more time to fuck ya. Apparently Trump is speaking right now, which is interesting. Oh, we did see Pepe got an ETF too, which was funny. I thought that was hilarious. So Pepe got an ETF, which I was like, okay, I don't know. ZBZCN. Is that, what is that? That's like one of those cryptos that, is that Zebek? Zebek. I don't know much about it, Jayhawk, to be honest, to talk about it. They give me that BS answer you give all these new niggas. We can check. I think is it a blockchain? It's on Solana, where real time meets real world, stable payroll and seamless payfi. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, I see. If it's actually private, that's pretty sweet. I've seen somebody with the Zebek card. Anything to keep the middleman out for sure. Yeah, why not? I mean, the chart looks halfway decent compared to a bunch of other shit in the space, to be honest. And it is fairly new. And it did run with the rest of the market, so nice. So is Pepe straight dead? I would say in the bear market, B Swag podcast. That in the right now, yeah, it's probably not a good. I mean, you could probably buy the dip, but it's probably dead for now. Remember, top meme coins are going to move with the market. You know what I mean? That's just part of what goes on. Keep in mind, back in 2021, we did, Shiba Inu and Shiba Inu and Dogecoin were the top meme coins. They never hit their all-time high again. So we don't know if Pepe will ever hit its all-time high. We'll see. But they did get an ETF, which I thought was interesting. It's like, okay, first of all, a year too late, right? Really, with these whole ETFs. Who wants a fucking Pepe ETF? You know what I mean? Like, just let us be meme coins, God damn it. It didn't even move at all. That's how you know the market's dead, when something like that gets announced and nothing happens at all. I thought I saved it. Oh, yeah. Canary S1 files for Pepe ETF. I'm like, hello? These elites own land in small islands in different parts of the world. Fucking globalists. They kick the natives out of their own towns. Yeah, that's always been a part of anywhere. We come in, we take what we want. I mean, that's just humans. That's what we do. You could say it's wrong, and it's your opinion. I'm not saying it's right in the sense wrong. I'm saying that's what people do, man. Like Native Americans that got here. I mean, yeah, the Native Americans were fighting with each other, obviously, but we steamrolled all of them, and we lied to them a lot and promised a lot of things, and that's just part of Hawaii. The whole story of Hawaii is sad. That's just how it is. NASA chief considers reclassifying. You know, when they said Pluto wasn't a planet, that pissed me off. Zebek is one you put your portfolio or ledger for long-term, definitely go to. Yeah, I think so too. I agree, Dan. ETFs are a joke. No traditional investor is buying a Pepe. I know they're not. The only reason why ETFs were like big was because of the Bitcoin ETF. And really, like, it was the only ETF that did well with the hype building up. Not even the Ethereum did well when we heard about an Ethereum ETF. The only ETF that started to fucking like hype up and push the actual price of the asset was Bitcoin. Everything else that they ever said about an ETF, it did not literally, it didn't do anything. You know? That was hilarious. Oh my God, hold on.
The disgraceful.
Oh, so Melania is talking about, you know, a lot of people are saying that she met her husband through Jeffrey Epstein. Hold on.
Lady Melania Trump. First Lady Melania Trump.
With the disgraceful Jeffrey Epstein need to end today. The individuals lying about me are devoid of ethics.
Okay, so there's a lot of people online saying that Jeffrey Epstein was, Melania was Jeffrey Epstein's side hoe, and then he passed her on to Trump. That's what's going on around the internet. I'm not saying that's true. I'm saying that's what's been going on. Doing a press conference for this is fucking insane. The Trumps are nutty, and they need to chill out. Get the fuck off social media. You know? Why even address this? Who cares if it's fake?
Standards, humility, and respect. I do not object to their ignorance, but rather I reject their mean-spirited attempts to defame my reputation.
You're having a first lady press conference where the world is tuning in to talk about rumors about you and Jeffrey Epstein online. Who cares? Now you look guilty.
I never been friends with Epstein. Donald and I were invited to the same parties
Freaky.
as Epstein from time to time, since overlapping in social circles is common in New York City and Palm Beach. To be clear, I never had a relationship with Epstein or his accomplice, Maxwell. My email reply to Maxwell cannot be categorized as anything more than casual correspondence. My polite reply to her email doesn't amount to anything more than a trivial note. I am not Epstein's victim. Epstein did not introduce me to Donald Trump. I met my husband by chance at a New York City party in 1998. This initial encounter with my husband is documented in detail in my book, Melania. The first time I crossed paths with Epstein was in the year 2000 at an event Donald and I attended together. At the time, I had never met Epstein and had no knowledge of his criminal undertakings.
That's having a press conference to tell the world you're not Jeffrey Epstein's side hoe is crazy work, dude. Nigga laughing at her accent. My parents and friends are with some natives that own the land at San Manuel Casino. I feel like that's how they keep them controlled with gambling and alcohol to stop their community from development. Yeah, you could say that. They have a sad, sad history. A few of them are rich, though, right? This is so great. Yo, that's crazy work. Oh my God. Oh no. One second, hold on. That's crazy work. One second, I got to reschedule something here. Hold on. 30. Oh. One second here, guys. One second, hold on. Let me read this. Get that girl Ingalls that girl Ingalls Barreras. That accent is rough. I mean, she's she's European, you know. One second, guys. Sorry. Rude. I know. I have a phone call I need to make. Rachel's we're gonna be doing the show on Saturday, guys. It's gonna be sick. We're gonna get hyped up. You know what I mean? Have some fun in the bear market. She's not really political. You know what I mean? You guys are little horn dogs. You know what I mean? And she's fun, bubbly, and has a lot to say. You know? So it's gonna be lit. The Trumps are wild, bro. What the fuck is going on, dude? Why take up time? You know, people said a lot of things about Barack Obama and his wife. Did Barack Obama, remember that whole allegation that Barack Obama's wife was a man? Did she hold a fucking press conference to tell the world that she wasn't really a man? It's like, shit like that is crazy. You know? It's actually crazy. It's actually entertaining. You know what? They are entertainers. You know what I mean? That's hilarious. You know, they uh-oh, they're talking about it again. We're about to get another war. Hey, who's getting bombed this time? Good for Donald, right? Hey. You know? I mean, they were all homies. I do agree that everyone who knew Epstein probably didn't know the extent. They probably knew he liked young women. They probably didn't know the extent of what was going on. Like I'm sure you guys have friends acquaintances that you see or maybe taking pictures with that did some weird shit that you did not know about. Wait, what?
Of a crime in connection with Epstein. Never been legally accused or convinced of a crime in connection with Epstein's sex trafficking, abuse of minors, and other repulsive behavior. The false smears about me from mean-spirited and politically motivated individuals and entities looking to cause damage to my good name, to gain financially and climb politically, must stop. My attorneys and I have fought these unfounded and baseless lies with success and will continue to maintain my sound reputation without hesitation. To date, several individuals and companies have been legally obligated to publicly apologize and retract their lies about me.
Yep. Dude, this is the fucking authoritarian government, right? Did she say convinced of a crime? Yeah.
Such as Daily Beast, James Carville, and HarperCollins, UK. Now is the time for Congress to act.
Congress?
Epstein was not alone.
Oh, what?
Several prominent male executives resigned from their powerful positions after this matter became widely politicized.
Hold up.
Of course, this doesn't amount to guilt, but we still must work openly and transparently to uncover the truth.
What? Wait, so we're getting back into the Epstein situation? Are they, what the fuck is going on? Are they fighting? Are her and Trump fighting or something? Wait, I thought there was nothing. I thought the DOJ, we know that he did some shit, but the literal DOJ said that he didn't traffic people to anybody. He just trafficked them to himself, I guess, which you can't do, right? And now she's coming out saying we need to get, what's going on? I'm so confused.
I call on Congress to provide the women who have been victimized by Epstein with a public hearing specifically centered around the survivors. Give these victims their opportunity to testify under oath in front of Congress with the power of sworn testimony.
What?
Each and every woman should have her day to tell her story in public if she wishes, and then her testimony should be permanently entered into the congressional record. Then, and only then, we will have the truth. Thank you.
Wait a minute here. That's some wild confession she's doing for sure. Most likely Epstein shipped her and then Trump and met her on the one of the visits. That's what they were. That's what the rumors were. She's saying that's not true. They ran in different circles. I mean, what was she like a hot model? You know what I mean? You know the deal. If you've hung around like rich people, you know how it is. You know. But like, you know, I hate that scene. By the way. Oh. Anyways, you know that's just how it is over there. You know what I mean? Gives a fuck as long as she's hot, you know. But she's kind of cleared her name up, and saying to give the victims a platform, give all victims a platform. You know, it's gonna be interesting. That's actually weird. That's actually a curveball. They're bringing up the Epstein shit when we thought they were trying to cover it up.
Donald and I were invited to the same parties.
Oh, hold on. Okay, so who's about to break the Melania Epstein story she just tried to get ahead of? Oh, yeah. Who's about to break the story? Oh, shit. It's going to be crazy. But guys, I do have to go now. I do have to get on a call. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hey, we'll be live same time tomorrow. I'll ship you guys off into the weekend. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm gonna be on this like flies on shit. All right, guys. Peace. Bye.